After the ball is over, after the game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello. Welcome to Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 198. Today is not Wednesday, it is Friday, at least for us while we're recording. It is March 18th.
Yes.
And
The day that the second season of Daredevil is released on Netflix.
The day after St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Little late. I'm not wearing green. I wore green yesterday. Okay.
Well, you're wearing like a blue-green, at least in your skirt. There's some green in your skirt.
There's some green on my skirt. Okay. Anyway, we are recording now because we've had appointments all week and weird schedule changes and things like that. So we're glad that you are here.
Yes.
We want to welcome all those who are new. We're glad that you came to check us out, and we welcome all of you who have returned. Yay! We're glad to see you again. And if you are still in the shadows, lurking about, or if you just found the podcast and you haven't had a chance, please feel free to join the Ravelry group and subscribe to us on YouTube or wherever it is you watch us.
Well, YouTube is really the only place now. I don't put it on iTunes anymore.
But you do WordPress, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. I'm right.
I'm right.
You're wrong. Ah! No pointy sticks, they hurt.
It's intended.
Take the pointy sticks away, or I shall be forced to do something you will regret.
You were saying something.
Yes, I'm going to box
What
your
is in
ears.
your mug?
My ears.
Really?
In my mug, in my Oops the Bunny mug, which you were seeing the back of on mine and the front of on hers, I have chai tea. Vanilla chai tea.
I have the raspberry chai tea. And this week we just have a powdered tea because appointments made us start a little later.
Right. I just got home about 10 minutes ago, so we just wanted to get started before my husband gets home. So here we go.
No specialty tea this time.
No specialty tea. And we had some specialty, which we'll talk about later. Okay. We do have some members who became official, yay, that signed into the group. We have On the Round, who is Rachel. I believe she is a yarn dyer.
She is a yarn dyer.
So that is exciting. We have Mom Cook, who is Renee, and she is a loom knitter, and she is a designer for loom knitting. So if you do loom knitting, you might want to check her out. She's amazing, and if I've got this wrong, I'm sure somebody will tell me, but I'm pretty sure she's the one that's in the loom knitting group. We have Crafty, I think it's Crafty Nesser Cat. And I've been speaking to Kat, and I'm really excited because she's not too far from us. I'm hoping to meet her either at Maryland or in Shenandoah. Kat. Shenandoah is a lot of fun. Okay. So it's Maryland, but yeah. Okay. PJ Amdra. PJ Amdra? She likes PJs? I don't know. PJ Amdra. Stacy E. Hello, Stacy, and welcome. Yarn taxi driver.
I like that.
Who is Jan, which I think is awesome. I just see this taxi full of yarn, yarn balls and stuff just all over the seats and falling out the windows, and very cool. Maybe a little one hanging from her mirror.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. So welcome, Jan. And that's all of our official members who have joined, and we're excited to have you, so yay.
The new official members.
The new official members. Well, yes, of course. We are glad to have you in the PHN Fun Woman Cave. We have finally managed to contact Shannon and company. Our emails got a little bit crossed, I think, and we are able now to show you the book that we are promoting for him. It's a nice book. You know, Shannon's books are awesome.
Indeed.
So this is the book. It's called Crochet Geometry. Okay, and here's an idea of some of the patterns that are in the book. And as per usual, and I'm not going to go over all the patterns this week. We'll go over some of them next week because we're going to do this for about 3 weeks.
Yes, so it gives us something to talk about each time.
So we have a little bit to talk about. But it's got his typical, he's got charts and written. The sizes, once again, are small through 5X. So you're talking about a huge range of patterns. It's very, very well illustrated. I showed you the charts. Here's a diagram to show you the diagrams, and I'm not going to let you see the rest of it. But he's got shrugs, he's got shawls, he's got cardigans. Some of these are really pretty. And what we're going to do is I'll set up a thread, and the thread will have the prompt, kind of like the last one. What is your favorite pattern in this book, or what one would you like to make most? If you want, because we're going to give away this book. Okay, we're going to give it away. It was very graciously donated to us, and we want you to have it because it's amazing. Okay? So if you crochet or want to learn to crochet and you want to get this book, I will have a thread, and we'll have all the pictures of all the patterns in it that they sent me. And you will be able to see what it is on offer. And it's just, the photography is amazing. His photographer, I think, is Jason.
Oh yeah, I think Jason is the photographer.
And he is amazing as usual. They're just gorgeous pictures and gorgeous patterns. And what?
I just saw one that was kind of cute. I wanted to see the front of it.
It's really pretty.
Oh, that is cute.
So we're just going to tease you right now. The book it's out. It was out March 1st. We were waiting for permission to talk about it. It's Crochet Geometry by Shannon Mollett-Bowlesby. Geometric patterns to fit and flatter. All crochet patterns, sizes small to 5X. And you'll be hearing more about this in the next couple of weeks. I will open a thread. It will stay open, let's see, probably somewhere, let's say April 15th.
Yeah, it works.
That's a date. I think that's tax day, isn't it?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I should probably figure that out because I need to do my taxes.
Benita would know. Benita from
Benita's Story?
Benita's Story. She should know. Basically, Benita, she would know because I think she does taxes. I'll put that down.
Oh, I don't think that's a I think it's only a seasonal job, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's tax season.
Yeah.
Shannon Mollett-Bowlesby, you know what that means. Okay. All right. So that's, just be thinking about this. This is an awesome book. And we are grateful to have the copy to preview for you. This is here. Be careful with it because I don't want to damage it. There. All right. That's promotion number 1. I wanted to remind everybody that our Autism Awareness Cal will begin on April 1st. And we have not one now, but 2 co-hosts. We have Heidi from Undead Yarn, and we have Laura from, I forget,
it is Crocheting
Hoovian is her name, but
I believe that's the name of the podcast.
I think her podcast is A Crocheting Hoovian.
Oh, it might be.
She's on YouTube. She's funny. Oh, I love watching her. She makes me laugh. And she makes all the turtles in the whole world. She just makes me happy. So Laura and Heidi are going to be the co-hosts for the Autism Awareness Along, and they are fantastic. And if you're not involved with their podcast, you should be because they are really good. Heidi is a yarn dyer, and Laura's just wonderful. So we have that. We did get a prize in the mail for that. And since it came in, I'll show it to you. And this is from Mima Knits 2. I think that's Mima Knits 2, who's Robin. And this is so pretty. I've always wondered about this yarn. It's Lollipop yarn.
Lollipop,
Isn't that gorgeous? Look at this. Look at the way it's packaged. And it's got the rainbow kind of sock yarn and then the heels and toes. And this is...
I've always liked the way that it's skeined.
Yes, I love the way it's skeined. It's called Watercolor Memories. 5 rows each of rosy, Jabrera, Sunbeam, Sprout, Shower, Lilac. And then the mini me is rosy. And it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, machine washable. Hand wash for best results. And there is 400. There is 420 yards of.
I'm not sure how you say that. Really.
There is
there are
420 yards.
Are present.
Okay, and you English majors out there, is or are? There is. 400. There are 420 yards.
I don't know.
I know this. Anyway, English majors, you can chime in on this on the thread. Is or
there
are?
can be singular or plural.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here you go. This is gorgeous. I'm jealous. Although I don't use a lot of sock yarn anymore.
If we changed it, flip the sentence to be 400 yards are present, then we're certain of what the grammar should be.
So that's that. I will. What happened? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. We had a really nice little note in that as well. So she was very sweet. Thank you very much, Robin. We appreciate your generous donation. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm dropping
things.
Throw stuff around,
I
why
am
don't you? Oh
dropping
my
things.
gosh.
All right. So that takes care of the autism awareness. Sarah Jane Designs. My next promotion for Sarah Jane Designs. If you noticed, you may have seen that her ad has popped up on the bottom of our group again, and she has a really cute hat and a really cute set of fingerless mitts that are just adorable. They are crocheted.
They're adorable.
They're adorable. She's a crochet designer. I don't know if she does knit. I think she only does crochet at this point.
I do believe you're correct.
But if you do crochet or you want to learn, you might want to check out her designs because she has some really cute stuff. This hat is adorable. I love it, and the mitts are really cute too. So I think her son is modeling, and he looks really cute with that. I'm sure her son must be about 16 maybe, and if I say he's cute, probably...
Oh, Mom, don't tell a 16-year-old boy he's cute.
No, but he is. So anyway, you might want to check that out. And Sarah Jane, just don't say to your son that I thought it was cute. Okay? He'll probably roll over and die. But anyway. Okay, so the hat is called the Weathertop hat, and it came out in February of 2016. And the mitts are the Weathertop.
Like the mountain one?
Yeah, like Weathertop.
Yeah.
And Weathertop fingerless mitts came out in March of this year. So that might be something to think about. I need a little bit of tea, excuse me.
No excuses.
Sweater shawl along.
Going strong.
Going very strong. Oh, I love seeing all the stuff out. And everybody is so supportive of everybody else. The chatter's wonderful. The projects are wonderful. The whips are wonderful. It's all wonderful. Yes. And I want to say, how many times I can say wonderful in like a 3-minute time period? Wonderful. It runs January 1st, 2016 to March 31st, 2016. Any knitted or crocheted shawls or sweaters will be accepted. They can be started any time. As long as they are worked on, and they can be finished or not. We like to see them finished, but if they're not, that's okay. 1 whip per project per week may be posted, and the finished object may be posted whenever it's finished. We have the same rules that we have for our sweater shawl along for Heidi's. We're co-hosting with Heidi from Undead Yarn for her shawl along, along with Bookish Stitcher and Andre Sunitz.
So we'll be drawing twice your prizes. Once for the sweater shawl along, once for the shawl along.
Right.
Same thread.
Same thread. You don't have to worry about double posting or anything like that. We will just
We'll take care of the magic.
Yeah, we have that ability. We will just simply clear the random number generator after we pull for ours, and then we'll pull for Heidi's.
Don't take away the magic. Don't let it just magically. There's 2 prizes that are 2 different sets of prizes that are drawn for, and somehow just happen.
Okay, so anyway, those will be ending March 31st, so you still have about, yes, March 31st, so you still have about 10 days, I guess, or a little more than 10 days, 12 days, something like that. You have a little less than 2 weeks. Hey, some of you guys are speedy. I'm sure you can get some shawls in. So go ahead, and if any of you are doing the Draken shawl, I'd love to see it. If you finish it, I know that's a
tall order. That's an intense shawl.
That's an intense shawl. It's a beautiful shawl.
Oh, it is.
But I know it takes some concentration. But post your projects, post your whips if you're doing it. And
is anyone else working it besides me?
I saw somebody else working it. I don't remember where. But in any event, if you are working that shawl, post it for the whips. If you do finish it, you get 2 chances for a prize. So there's some incentive there, right?
Exactly. There you go.
Okay, so that's good. And we do have prizes. We have a Silver Shed medium-sized project bag that was donated by the very, very lovely Ann Brody. She made a beautiful shawl project bag for us for that. We have a Draken shawl that was gifted by Maria Muscarella, who is Ninja Chickens. Is it Ninja Chickens?
It is Ninja Chickens.
It's a plural, yeah. And she is the designer. So she
with her little army of chickens,
with
her
her little
ninjas.
Ninja Chickens. I think so she has them doing a little brioche
while they're doing their ninja skills.
Yeah, this training.
It's
training.
It shows concentration and dedication. I could see Splinter having the turtles doing brioche to hone their skills. If they'd be chickens.
Yeah,
instead.
well, Maria's probably rolling her eyes at us. But anyway, it's a very lovely pattern. We have a sock blanket that was donated by Mama C, who's Christina. Thank you, Christina. And we have No Maker's Yarn in the Candy Cane colorway and the PHN colorway that we did what was it, a year,
Oh,
2
it
years
was,
ago?
it was several years back. It was back
2
at the
years ago.
beginning.
2 years ago, I
Because
think.
it was back when Polly was our only guy.
Yeah.
So that's several years
So
back.
2 years back, I think.
I think it might be more than that.
Well, we're only going on our 4th. We haven't hit our 4th yet.
Well, I think it was the first year.
Well, anyway, we have that, and that's by KR Dye Works. We have 2 knitting kits that were donated by Laura Smoot, who is Spinning Laura, and you should check her patterns out too. They're awesome. So we thank her for that. And 2 skeins of yarn that were donated by Laura Concert. We saw those green skeins of yarn that we almost, yeah.
She's not Laura Concert anymore. She's Crocheting Hoovian now.
Yeah, but she's still Laura Concert.
Not on
That's her name.
Well, yeah, you have it put together like
Yeah, she's Crocheting Hoovian.
yeah.
She's our co-host, one of our co-hosts for the Autism Awareness. So we thank her for that. And then for our shawl along, for our part of the shawl along, we are gifting a Laura Smoot design of the winner's choice. One of us will gift that to the winner, and the other one of us will donate the winner's choice of Annie Maria Ninja Chicken's Maria Mascarella's design. So, yay!
Indeed.
Do you have anything? Yes, you do. Baby hats.
Oh, I was gonna do that later.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Because it's a full package.
Okay, that's fine. Then we can.
Because I want to do the whole package together.
Whips.
Yes. How many do you have?
I think I have 9. Oh, I have 10.
So do I. You first.
Why me first?
Because I said so.
I don't care. Since when do you get to be the boss? You're not the boss of me.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big.
Yeah. Okay. All
Life
right.
is unfair.
All right. I've got. Let me see here. Now that the concert is over, you guys can relax. Okay. My Lothlorien shawl, which Talia actually did some work on this for me as well, because I think I must have been talking to my husband or something, because I know how to do the rib, but
Well, also you were still figuring out the way the instructions are written.
Yeah.
I remember we had a conversation about that.
yeah, so I actually fixed some of it, but I couldn't fix all of it.
Because I had to drop down.
Yeah, Talia had to drop down for me. So I did do some work on this. I'm hoping that I can finish this in the next couple of weeks. Maybe by the end of the shawl log.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. Am I in the middle?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I didn't finish her.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure where you were.
I was going to finish her row for you.
So wait.
I don't love you that much.
Okay. You heard it here. Okay. And this is going to be a curl. All right. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So here it is. This is my Yowza Way at Shawl 3 by Susan B. Anderson. And I was doing it for the Bakery Bear's favorite color along.
Way back when.
Way back when. And I'm using Chai Gu Red's US 8 stick circulars and Miss Babs Yowza Skein in the Pangea colorway, which I really love this color. It's so pretty.
I wonder if it's Pangea or Pangea.
I don't know. I'm
pretty.
just pretty sure that it's not a hard G. But I might be wrong. And I just love this pattern. I do love it's not a difficult pattern. Part of the thing was I was not able to see what I was doing, and part of it, as Talia said, was I wasn't understanding the written pattern. So I think I'm okay now. Hopefully I'll be able to move along. And it takes me about a half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour to get through the whole row.
Well, you're at the long part of the shawl now.
Yeah. And it's not like it's anything difficult. I just need to be where I can't be distracted. So that is this, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm not pushing my hands because, I'm able to do more, but I don't want to push them. So
Frogs.
I'm not going to frog this.
Frogs.
I'm not going to frog this.
Froggies.
This is in my owl bag, my Clover Bird owl bag.
Frogs trump the owls.
That Davina gave me. Not
Frogs trump owls.
They do not. When you spill my tea on my bag, you're going to have all kinds of problems.
Frogs trump owls?
No, they do not.
In my Silver Shed frog bag, Could you say tree frog?
Yeah.
This has kind of become my design bag. And some work has been done on it.
Mm-hmm.
So design in progress is still a design in progress.
Vivian is always happy to hear that work has been done.
Yes.
Okay, this is going to be kind of a little theme here.
Careful
As,
whoever got things thrown at them.
I forget who kept saying there was a theme going on. I was watching Laura. I think it was Laura.
It was Laura.
Because I was binge watching Laura. I think I watched 5 of her podcasts.
I think
the last 3 days.
she was talking about the Silver Shed theme at that point.
Well, she did that, and then she was doing All Your Turtles.
Yes.
So-
Well, you know,
So
they're turtles.
look, it's owls, and it's another Yow's Away at Shaw. And this owl bag is my bag, and this I'm not quite as far on this one because it was resting. It wasn't dead. It was resting.
Yes.
It was pining
For the fjords.
And if you don't know the reference, check it out. It's, well, I guess I wouldn't know how to check it out. Check out, what's it called?
Monty Python?
Monty Python. I was going to say Python Monty. So this is it.
Monty Python.
Monty Python.
Or you go like Python Monty. Like
Well, it
Bond,
reminds-
James Bond.
It reminds me
The-
of when he was looking for that book. You know, he went to the bookstore and
Mhm.
and he's looking for Gulliver's
Yes.
Travel, or whatever he was saying. My husband cleans them up for us to
Because
watch.
you have
it,
what
to
is
see
it?
'em.
They don't have a tea shop, but they have a cheese shop.
They have a cheese shop, but they don't sell any cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to check it out.
They're
You have to be-
deliberately wasting your time.
you have to be careful if you don't like language and stuff. You have to be careful. My husband cleans them up for us, but it's funny. They are hysterical. But anyway, I digress. Here is my.
You do digress.
This is my same pattern, Susan B. Anderson, and I'm using
That makes me
USA.
think of ink.
This is the Grand Dream colorway. It does, doesn't it?
Kind of like the colorway that Miss Babs does called
Ink
ink.
Heart?
No, ink heart's what I called the sweater that I
Oh,
yanked
right.
out.
Mhm.
Inkwell. I think Allison still has like a shudder reaction.
Yeah, every time
or
you say that, she goes into
convulsions.
She's got to be careful because she's going to go into hives. But oops,
It's a bunny.
But I'm enjoying this pattern just as much as the other, and this one's dark too, so I have to be careful when I get to the ribbing.
That one's not dark.
Well, it has those spots, those speckles. But anyway, this is really pretty. I enjoy it immensely, and you can see the colors really well here. Oops, there we go.
There's a bunny.
There we go. And it matches. Look, it matches. See? Matches my bag.
Matchy, matchy.
Okay? Your turn.
Oops. There's a
Bunny.
bunny. I hit the woman cave.
Stop doing that. Especially if it's my
Babs
cat.
is in the woman cave.
Batman reference.
Yes. Anyway, this is actually it won't be time for this one. It'll be time for this one. In my PHN Silver Shed bag.
I want to use mine.
Nothing is stopping you.
I think I have to switch projects out of it.
This is the Bullfinch sock knitter. It's a sock knitter shawl by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears fame. And I'm using West Yorkshire Spinner's Signature 4-ply in the colorway Bullfinch. And I started for the Brita Long 20 million years ago, and I still haven't finished it.
The same time I started mine, and the same time I started my color along.
Yes.
Did you do it for the color along too?
Yes, I did, but I finished it for the color along.
Which one was it?
It was my red shawl. My red weight.
Oh, right.
I'm pretty sure it was either, I'm pretty sure it was the red weight, because I didn't start the yellow weight till later. Anyway, this one has gotten quite a bit of work.
That's pretty. Pretty.
I'm on the last, I think I'm on the last section before Becca.
Like for your ego?
I've got much left
Not too
before.
bad.
So I have 15 rows before I change colors.
Cool.
Um,
Pop up. There we go.
the woman cave is rocking around the woman cave. Just ignore the pop-ups, Mom.
I do not wish them to be there.
Um,
They get in the way of the people.
Anyway, This usually gets work when I am out and about. So this will be a nice shawl to have when it is complete. Because it's a little bit, it still has the red-orange color, but the grays and the whites is a little bit different than most of the shawls I happen to
It
own.
matches your bag too.
It does match my bag too.
We're all matchy-matchy.
All matchy-matchy. Okay. Alrighty, who wants to catch this bag? Whee!
Where's my bag?
I
Oh,
do
there
not
it is.
know where
It's
your
hiding.
bag is.
Hiding.
You did not, in fact, inform me where your bag is.
In my Knitting's My Bag, French Lady's bag, is my Pinktober shawl. And I'm just doing this as I go. It's no pattern. And I'm using my I'm using my Knit Kit circulars. And these are interchangeables. Interchangeables, US 9s. And this yarn I dyed myself. I did this for Heidi's Knit Spin Dye, I think it was.
Right, it was your first.
My first attempt at dye. Well,
Your second. The first one
My
was the
second,
one
yeah.
that you used for Cyrano.
for Cyrano. So, and this is Kool-Aid dye, I believe. And it's coming along. I didn't do a whole lot of work on this. For some reason, my hands bother me a little bit with the weather. And we've been having some kind of crazy weather. It's been...
It's supposed to snow on
Yeah,
Sunday.
we're supposed to get snow.
It's 60 degrees out right now,
It's-
but it's supposed to snow on Sunday.
Sunday we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of snow. And then next week, just before Easter, we're supposed to have 80 degrees.
So,
Go figure.
Go figure. Welcome to Virginia.
Yes. So anyway, here we go. Oh, listen, it does look like it's going to be bigger, doesn't it? I think it's going to stretch a lot. It's kind of a stretchy yarn. So,
Is it superwash?
no, I don't think.
The superwash is really stretchy.
I don't know. It might be. I don't remember. I'd have to check the ball band if I can find it. Because this was one of my down at the bottom of the hill finds,
Right.
and I have this much yarn left. So I'm going to have a fair amount that I can still go because I'm just, just garter stitching it. Stop poking me, you oboe head. Okay, so that's that, and yeah, I'm enjoying this. This one is. Well, I know some people object to the term mindless, but it's kind of a mindless knit.
It's a mindlessness.
It's just fun. When I say mindless, I mean it's relaxing and it's fun. I don't mean
It means I don't have to think about it.
yes. So there we go, and it matches my bag. Pink. I don't like pink.
Did you hear Valeria claim that she can't wear pink?
Oh, is that a challenge?
It's in the shawl thread, and she's like, "Well, I'm blonde. I can't wear pink."
Oh yes, she can. Blondes wear pink.
That's what I thought.
Oh, she's gonna have to. Blair, I want you to private message me, in case I'm sure you might not want to. If you're anything like I used to be, you might not want to put your picture on the internet, but you can send me a private message, and if I see that you're blonde and you can wear pink, I'll tell you so.
I tattled on you, Blair. Okay, next project. This one. This is Kay's Fault Mitered Square Blankets, and I'm using Scrap, Sport, DK, and Worsted Weight yarns, and it's inspired by Bryony Bears, Kay, of Baker Bears fame. Okay, so I am currently in the Lady Furnico section of my blankets, which is the middle section. Like all these below here, the Lady Furnico yarn started on the row previous, started here and went all the way to this one here.
Is that creme brulee?
That is creme brulee. Okay. This time I did 4.5 squares because I've been working on this when we watch Gunsmoke at night prior to me going to work because it's mindless. This one I think was My Little Pony, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you named this one.
I forget. That is beautiful.
That
one turned out really pretty.
That turned out really
if
pretty.
I do say so myself.
This one also turned out very pretty. This is a purple one.
Yeah, I have to check. I think that's grape something.
This one's a fairly recent one, actually.
I think that's grape something or other. I forget.
And this one actually is very similar to this one down here. I didn't notice until after I put it on, and they ended up being kitty corner. But this has purple where this one has pink.
Yeah.
And it's not the same kind of, you could tell it's two different colors, but
Right.
it's definitely, they actually worked out very similar, though.
Yeah, they did.
And then this one is Oriental Carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's turning out very nicely.
I like that. I was wondering how that one would work out.
So I've been enjoying working on this. Davina's like, well, when are you going to finish? I'm like, this is going to be I'm going to be working on this forever.
It's a plop.
And that is Project Long-Term.
No, Project Long.
Yeah, I think long-term is one word.
Long-term.
Ongoing project.
Something
She
like that.
just
She
project
repeated
twice.
something. It's Tilly.
I think it's Project Long-Term Ongoing Project or something like that.
Tilly needs to make up cards so we can put it on. Tilly. I miss you, Tilly. I wish you would podcast again.
But yes, that is... That's that.
If you don't see Tilly Trout, you should see her back episodes. I don't know when she's going to post again because I think she's pretty busy. But
Yeah.
I would love to see more of her podcast because she's just very personable and she's so sweet.
Move this.
It's my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay, my next one is my Violently Happy shawl, which is in my, there's a little bit of a theme here too. My Black Horse, this is my Me, My Dog, Some Yarn bag that I won.
Oh, this is matchy too.
Yes, this was made by Kim, who's Black Horse, from Me, My Dog, Some Yarn. But I won it on Heidi's podcast. I think it was for my yarn that I dyed for that other project, which is pink. And this is Heidi's yarn that I'm using, the Violently Happy colorway. And so.
And that music video was weird.
It was just very strange. But so this is Heidi Undead Yarns. This yarn is so soft. This is the Vampiri base. And I haven't done too much work on this since I ripped it out, but I like it. It's very light, and the colors are coming up very nice today. And can you see it?
It's not showing up to its full glory. That's a little better.
Yeah. It's mostly pink. I mean, to me, the dominant color is pink, but there's a substantial amount of blue, purple, and a little bit of orange.
And you can't really tell because it's so small right now.
Yeah, you'll see it better when I get to a different point in the shawl. But I really like working with this yarn, and I ripped it all the way back, and I had maybe double the size. And you can see that it's a little bit crimped, but it's not causing me any problems with the knitting. So I really like this. Heidi's yarn is always a joy to work with. If you haven't checked her out, her Etsy shop, she has some really nice yarns. She does.
I guess it's my turn.
Which we turn around and make into toys.
Oh, of course. I see Heidi.
But look, Heidi, this one's not a toy.
I see Heidi's yarn. I'm like, toy. Of course.
And we corrupted Laura.
Yes,
Laura
we did.
used some quicksand to make a toy bunny, an Oops the Bunny. We are conquering the world.
I thought that's what Heidi's yarn was meant
Heidi,
for.
we're conquering your world one bunny at a time. One yarn at a time.
One toy at a time.
One toy at a time.
But we're making your yarn go out and about.
Yes, yes. Heidi's rolling her eyes at us.
Okay, so.
It's a good thing she likes us.
She might be questioning that.
The wisdom of these strange people who don't know do better than to use nice yarn for toys.
Back bag. This is Silver Shed. In the back bag.
The bag bag?
Back bag.
Back bag?
Back bag. Okay, so this is my On the Forest Floor by Simone Caritz. I'm using Dragonfly Fibers in the base Traveler. The colorways, and actually the pattern name is Into the Woods. I keep meaning to change in my show notes and I don't. The base Traveler and the colorways.
The project name.
The project name.
Yeah.
Base Traveler and the colorways That Old Chestnut, Mushroom Hunting, and the Whale line. So this is actually.
Pointy sticks keep poking me.
They do. This is quite. It's coming along quite nicely.
It's so pretty. Pretty. And you said there are only 2 rows like this with the.
Yes, with the surface crochet. I really look forward to having this to wear because it's a little outside of the colors I usually make.
It's very pretty. I want to have mine done by September, which means I'm going to have to put some other ones on hold.
Yeah, you're going to have to get on that.
Yeah.
I need to, focus on this a little bit more and stop getting so distracted because I think I can knock this thing out if I focus.
I think I can even because it's only here that I might ask you, for some direction, but if I can't figure it out myself.
I know my count was off at one point for several rows, and then I just made up something and got my count. I think I wasn't paying attention at
2
one
together
point.
or something? Or
Increased.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was like down by 2 stitches, so I increased twice. No one will know the
As long as
difference.
you do it on, you know.
I actually did not.
Oh, did you?
It's okay. No one will know the difference.
Won't know the difference. They won't know
Fact.
the difference. They'll never know the difference.
Your turn.
My turn? Okay. In my Cloverbird large tea bag, project bag, more pink and lavender. But it's not pale red. There it's red.
It still matches.
I like red.
It kind of matches
It
the feel of the bag,
It
the
does.
vintagey color.
This is my Under the Mistletoe shawl. It's my Just Knit It pattern by Susan Ashcroft. And she's a very good designer. I like her. She has lots of simple patterns that look like they're special. You know, I like, what is it? Somebody was saying, I think it was Sampler Girl, Tanya Marie. She was saying that patterns that look challenging or difficult but aren't are her favorites. I think it was her, and I might be misquoting.
No, that sounds like something Tanya would say.
Yeah, I think that's what she said, and I agree 100%. So this is her Just Knit It.
I don't mind complicated patterns.
I don't either, but I like patterns. I'm still learning. So if I can do something simple and knock it out, you know, get it finished, that would be great. And I have a lot of yarn in this weight, so I don't really know how big this is going to be. I think I'm either working on my second or third. I think I'm working on my second ball of yarn right now. And this is a bulky weight yarn. It's Yarn Bee Tender Touch in the red velvet colorway. I had started this in a different yarn. It was, remember the gray yarn I was using for my sweater way back when? It was kind of a gray blue. I had started in that, and for some reason it wasn't what I wanted. So you know, sometimes a project is nice and the yarn is nice, but they don't work well together. And that's kind of how I felt that yarn and this project. I didn't like the way it was working out with the shawl. So that's that. And these are size, I think these are size, yeah, they're 10.5. These are size 10.5 Knit Pick circulars. They're interchangeables. The Harmonies, which I like.
Yeah, I pretty much exclusively use Chai-Goos now.
I do too, but I do have, I do like my Harmony circulars, especially if it's something that's really slippery. But
yeah, I don't like non-metal needles.
I usually prefer metal needles, particularly Chai-Goos, for knitting, whereas actually I prefer needles. I prefer metal for both right now. I think knitting and crocheting. Although I will use wooden knitting needles like the Harmonies, but I won't use a wooden crochet hook. I just don't like them. They catch too much. They slow me down.
Yeah, well, that's the way I feel about wooden hooks.
Although that might not be a bad thing. Given my hands, it might be better to slow down. They catch.
Let's see. Talked about the Secret Project. Oh, in my... Not this one. This one? Oh, I don't think this actually has a project in it. Oh, this is a project I'm not working on. Let me get rid of that. That almost landed in my tea. Let's see. Not this bag. This bag? Bag. Nope, I'm not working on this one.
Why did you bring it out?
I just grabbed a bunch of bags.
She probably left it in her room and she'll never find it because her room is like the morass.
No, it's in here. I think it's this bag.
Oh,
I just can't remember which bag I have. This is it. In my Cloverbird TARDIS bag,
bigger on the inside.
Bigger on the inside, is Bert & Ernie. This is the Impressions pattern by Agnes Kutas-Karetsis. And I'm using Knitted with DK Superwash Merino in the colorway Yams, and Miss Babs Yowza Skein in the colorway Squash Blossom. And I've gotten so much use out of Squash Blossom. I've used it for so many different projects.
You bought a lot of it.
Okay, so got a little bit of work.
Very nice. To me, it still looks like cups with something hanging over it. To me, it looks like a chalice. But it might be just the way I'm looking at it from here.
But it gets a little bit of love here, there, and everywhere. It's definitely not the colors that the designer chose. The designer had like green and purple and...
Well, you said it's based on Monet, so...
Yeah. My colors are very different than what most people choose.
Indeed.
The average person does not seem to like my colors.
Heidi does.
Yes.
She is strange and unusual too.
Your turn.
Okay. I actually didn't work on this much until today. I actually got 4 rows done on this today. This is my spring guard. I went to the beauty shop to get my hair trimmed today. So I did
And my hair was laying on the
yeah, her hair for Locks of Love was laying on the counter there drying out. So I worked about 4 rows on this between after my prayers for adoration and while I was sitting there waiting for my appointment for my hair cut, my hair trim.
that would murder you if you got your hair cut.
Yeah. Spring Garden Baby Beanie, which is from the Newborn Beanie pattern by Hannah Berry. And I'm using US 3s, 3.25 millimeter circular Chai-Goos. These are fixed. These are not the red lace, but they'll do.
That'll do, pig.
Yeah. And this is Baby Bee Sweet. I'm looking over here because my show notes. Baby Bee Sweet Baby Delight Baby Yarn in the Berry Cute colorway. Somebody asked me today what this yarn was. They liked the way it was working up.
Well, Yarn Bee Baby,
Yeah.
Baby Bee is just we have awesome colors.
So it's close. I think I have a total of maybe 6 rows to do of the stockinette, and then I'm going to start decreasing for the crown. So maybe we'll have another finished hat for the.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah,
because we have more hats, which is why I haven't made delivery yet.
Yeah, we're starting to get back on schedule, and because we were off schedule for so long, I have all these appointments and things that I have to go to, and things that are coming back on, on board on what I have to do.
It'll probably be after Easter.
So it might be after Easter before they go, but if you get baby hats to us because you want to send them to us, we'll take them then.
Yeah.
If they get here. So, and if not, we'll take them the next run. We're going there, every so often. And this is in my Kikiboo bag from Denise. Denise gifted this to me for Autism Awareness last year when she gifted the podcast to 2 patterns, words. 2 bags for the prizes.
That never were true.
Says the words,
For
that's
the
the sake of words. Okay.
Lighters can do. Okay, so in my this one next.
Oh, all my curls are messed up. Whenever I go to the beauty shop, you don't get to dry it the way you want to dry it, and it's all fuzzy.
Well, that's the way it was when I left after I got my hair cut yesterday.
Fuzzy. Fuzzy.
Well, I felt like ducking as soon as I went into the Martin's right after my hair because I need to pick something up, but I'm just like, I want to fuzz head. Don't look at me. But anyway, in my Mama C tutor bag is my Crimson Sky, which is the Draken pattern by Ninja Chickens. And I'm using Miss Babs Tarte in the colorway Electric Turquoise and Knit Picks Capretta in the colorway Wine.
Now, Tarte is that's fingering, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
This is a finger weight project. And this is Brioche.
It looks pretty.
So it's starting to now take the shape.
Are you using 2 sets of needles?
Yes.
Okay.
The Brioche is worked on these
DPNs?
DPNs.
So you have.
And then I have.
Oh, I see. You're holding 2 sides of yarn.
Yeah, I was initially doing the main part of the shawl on one cable, but it was just getting to be too annoying. So I took a suggestion. I believe it's actually listed in the pattern where you can just.
Well, she's very good about explaining things. She's
Look
very
at that.
accessible. Oh, that's pretty.
It's really starting to show now.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
And this is exactly what I had pictured in my mind when I said I wanted blue and red together. I know initially you were like, really? Those colors? But look at that. That backdrop, especially since it's a deep red, really makes that blue pop.
It's very pretty.
And for some reason when I take pictures of it, it doesn't capture the brilliance of this blue.
It's a very pretty blue. It's a sky blue.
Well, the
very
camera
similar. It's very similar to like.
Well, it matches the Nightwing symbol.
Yeah, it's very. Well, we both had that graded blue on this.
But it's showing up very well on the camera here. But when I take pictures of it and put it on Instagram, you can't tell. But I love how this is working up now.
Very pretty. You see the definition really well.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell that you're looking at knit stitches over there.
So
that's nice.
And in case you're curious, that's the wrong side.
Which is pretty too.
Yeah.
It's just not a pattern. It's more of a.
Whoopsie. Well, it is a pattern.
Yeah.
It's just that the red takes prominence.
Yeah. It's very pretty. You can wear it either way.
But This is definitely the side that's prettier.
Isn't that the whole thing behind brioche that you can wear it either way?
I don't know.
I don't know a lot about brioche. I never heard about brioche until Maria gave us a pattern.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. All right. And my
And I'm usually only able to work a few rows.
well,
Like
that's a complicated pattern.
I work about 2 rows at a time. I actually did 4 this time around because I had a decrease coming up.
It's falling all over the place. Okay. This is
Oops.
my
Is it bunny?
Sandy's going Stitched by Mimi. I know it's Sandy. I had to think of the name. Stitched by Mimi.
Well,
Maybe it's that.
she calls herself Stitched by Mimi. You're like, Mimi, no, not Mimi. It's Stitched
Sandy.
by Sandy.
This is Sandy gifted me this bag. I love this bag. I really do. It's my Stitched by Mimi bag, and it's
Okay,
tea.
Sandy, why Stitched by Mimi?
Yes.
Why Mimi?
Why Mimi? I want to know.
Inquiring minds.
And that's on Inquire Minds. Stitched by Mimi. I'm trying to think if she was the one who contacted me. I think she was. Somebody contacted me. They were going to be visiting this area over Easter. And I told them if we can manage it, we should get together.
Mm-hmm.
If we can work it with your schedule and theirs. So we'll see what happens. That'd be cool.
My schedule's the weird one because it's all messed
Yeah,
up with
well,
Easter.
she's got family on here and she's got friends she hasn't seen in a while. So
Mhm.
I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but the idea is fun.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, as I said, my Stitched by Mimi tea bag, and it is tea. It's got tea.
It is definitely
bags
tea.
and herbs and all kinds of stuff. So this is my Floating on a Cloud baby blanket from the Brookside
Ow!
blanket pattern. What?
Your needle hit me.
Well, your needle keeps hitting me, and mine is just a little pokey thing. Yours is like this little sharp tooth or something.
Well, it didn't bite me. It just smacked me.
Well, that's because yours bit me. Okay, now this is, I started, now, I don't know if I can show you. I'm starting the body of the blanket now. It's hard to see with this yarn, but
I'm still not a fan of that yarn.
I mean, I can see what I'm doing on here and everything, but
I'm sure it has its uses.
It's-
I just don't like the yarn.
it's going to be warm for the
Mhm.
baby. I don't know if I'll do a patterned blanket like this for the next one. What I might do is cast on the stitches that they ask for, and then I'll do knits for like so many rows, and then purls, and then knits, and then purls.
It's just an ugly yarn.
No, it's not ugly. It's just, I think I just chose the yarn poorly.
Well, I think that pattern would be very pretty in a different yarn. I just
Mhm.
don't like the yarn.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is I think I chose
Yeah.
the yarn poorly for it. I was just looking for a super bulky, and I couldn't find one that was reasonably priced except for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I have since found,
Yeah.
Um,
It's just an ugly yarn.
I might have to,
And it's not because it's acrylic. I think there's
No,
plenty of
it's-
pretty
it's-
acrylic.
there's plenty, it's just, I think this would be a lot better with, like I said, a closed,
I don't know. It's a pretty ugly yarn. I don't think there's much of that yarn would look
it's
good
not
in.
ugly, it's just,
I think it's ugly.
and this stitch marker is also by Stitched by Mimi. It's an angel, I like it. And
It's not the project. It's not the way you're working. It's just the yarn. The yarn is ugly.
well, I think it'll be okay, but
It looks like foam.
it kind of does look like foam, but it's very soft, and I think it'll be
Oh,
nice.
it's soft.
It'd be
but
nice
it's-
for a baby who, is cold or whatever. And I will ask, I might write the designer and say, hey, if I want to use a bulky yarn or a worsted weight, how do I,
Do you
make-
double the worsted? Do you?
well, she might give me, do I have to have odd or even numbers, I guess is what I'm
Mhm.
asking. What are my multiples?
Oh, you basically want her to do a George thing.
Yeah, I want her to know what my multiple will be if I do worsted or bulky.
George's name.
Yes, George. Our own, very own George.
Very own George.
I
Well,
want,
not everyone is a George.
No. I may ask her because I'll do this. I would love to, even a bulky. I have bulky that will work, but this super bulky is so foamy that I just.
And I don't think all super bulkies are like that. That one's just a really ugly yarn.
Well, the problem is that if I get into other super bulkies, there's not as much yardage and it's more
Mhm.
expensive, and then I can't do the project because this
Well, there's a reason that one's inexpensive.
this is a charity project, for the. And I don't mind giving nice yarns to charity, but I'd like to do more than one blanket. So I would like to not break the bank when I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not, like I said, it's not to say that I don't mind paying for yarn like that. It's just I'd rather not if I don't have to. And these are my Chai Goos. These are size 13s. Chai Goo fixed. circulars, and I always get them from Etsy. I have a great, I think it's Grammy something, I keep saying I'm going to put this on the show notes, but I get all my Chai-Goos from her.
Well, you like yours fixed.
I love her stuff. And Sue, I appreciate, I don't know if I mentioned you last week when you said this, but I am going to try out the carbons. I
think I have one of them.
Yeah, I love my cords for my Chai-Goos, so we'll have to see which one wins out, the cord or the needles. But I do thank you for the suggestion, and I will definitely check it out as soon as I have a project to work, if Ty can find the size of it and find the
Yeah, I
needles.
had to see what size I have. Because you got it for me one year for Christmas. I've never used them.
You haven't used them? Oh, okay.
I think because I simply was too lazy to figure out gauge for it.
Right.
And at that point I was knitting a lot of sweaters.
Right.
And if I needed to change needle size for whatever reason, because I've knitted a lot of sweaters where they have to change needle size at some point.
Right.
And I didn't want to have to worry about doing another gauge swatch because it was a different kind of needle, so I didn't.
Your turn.
Okay. Let me turn on my show notes again.
Show
notes. Okay, so the next one is Chocolate Hug, which is the Reader's Wrap pattern by Lisa Carnahan, using Knit Picks Brava Bulky in the colorway Sienna.
And what's the bag?
And the bag is my Puzzle Pieces bag by Knitting's My Bag.
That we got for Autism Awareness 2 years ago?
This got a little bit of love. Actually, I'm in the middle of the road because I was working on this, I think, while grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm. You were. I love this color. It's pretty.
And basically, this is very simple right now. You know, it's a nice mindless. I could easily work on this during math, but I've been feeling like working on my blankets.
Is this all stockinette now?
Well, it's stockinette and the...
Well, yeah, but, you have to do down the edges. Yeah. Okay.
And then when I'm done, I'll add pockets.
You have to pick up stitches for that? Or are you going to make the pockets and then add it?
I don't know. I have to take a look at the pattern. You can do either or. I've done both for pockets.
I was listening to Maureen. She was talking about today's podcast, and thank you, Maureen, for the shout out. She was talking about this project, and I changed this, and I altered this on this project, and I said, and yes, I altered on this project. I don't think she went through any of her projects without altering. She's so darn talented, and she just alters away. And I don't think she's been knitting that long.
No, she hasn't been.
She just goes. I am in awe. I truly am. She's such a sweetheart. I'm so happy that she liked her stuff. Okay. In my Knitting's My Bag, Angel bag. I love this bag because I know that Lois looked all over the place for this. There was a fabric she had at Angels that they discontinued or something, so she found me something else. And I like this a lot. And this is Festus, the Owl, which is from the York Owl pattern by Franciscan Gypsy Designs.
Oh, golly Bill.
Golly Bill. And I think this is going to do what I said originally.
Yes.
I finished the beak and the head, so you can see kind of with the little face, and the body. And I'm working on one of the wings,
that little scudder.
To make another one be called Scudder.
Whatever the heck Scudder means.
Yeah.
Remember, it's S-C-U-D-D-E-R.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought, too.
So this is the beak and the head, and let me see if I can find the wing. It's attached to the hook, so let me see if I can find it. It's in here somewhere. Where is it?
What are you?
My wing. Well,
it's hiding.
It is. I don't want to have to do the wing over again.
I'm sure it's in there, Mom.
Well, I started the wing, and I'm about... It's in here somewhere.
You've caught up with me, I think. Well, I didn't do the beak yet, so actually you're ahead of me.
Well, I think you're further... There's a wing. I think you're further on the wing than I am.
Yeah, but I haven't done the beak.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to have something finished, and I might do the tail.
Mm-hmm.
Except that in order to do the tail, I would have to cut the yards. I'll have to finish the wing. But this is how far I am on the wing. So, the first wing. And this is Miss Babs in, I think this is Biker Chick.
That is Biker Chick.
Yeah. And like I said, if you've been watching the podcast for a while, you know that Patches, this is the first half of the Miss Babs skein. Here, hold this.
No.
And this is how the owl is coming out.
How different.
It's the same skein.
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same. It's just the other half of the skein. And I just find that really, amazing and amusing and all kinds of stuff. It's almost like it's a gradient.
Well, also I think the fact that it's the rows were larger for this as well.
But still, there's not enough orange. There's not a whole
Yeah.
bunch of orange in it. This is mostly orange.
It is.
And I can see, if you look here, you can see where the gray is going to start dominating again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of his wings might end up being
Mostly
more gray.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Here you go, kitten.
there we go. So I'm enjoying that. I'm using a 3.0 millimeter hook, which is between a C and a D. And I think that's going to be really nice for the stuffing not to show through.
Yes.
So there, that's that.
Okay, so the next one is my owl. In my Ploverbird turtle bag
Turtle.
is Mithril, which is the York the Owl pattern by me. I'm using Undead Yarn, Heidi, in the base cemetery.
Heidi's going to strangle us one of these days with our own skein of yarn.
If we were found strangled somewhere with some Undead Yarn, you know what happened.
Yes. We will point our collective needles and hooks at Heidi.
Except we'll be strangled. I'm not sure how we plan on doing that. We'll be undead.
Yes. I want to be a zombie.
In the colorway Smog's Treasure, and I'm also using Knit Picks Gloss DK in the colorway Cream and Knitwicks. Knit Picks Brava Sport in the colorways Black and Orange. Anyway, this is the body. Where's my head?
Right there.
Here's a wing so far.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not the full wing yet.
Yeah.
You're too much further on the wing than I am.
No, I'm not. Because I've been focusing on the new design more.
Yeah. I need to finish mine because it has to get where it's going.
This one has no intended destination, just because I wanted to work an
It's
owl.
so cute.
Because
It's mine.
the Smog's Treasure declared that it needed to be an owl.
It's mine.
No, it's not.
It's mine. It's a bunny.
Yes.
It's mine.
Oh, come on, give him back.
Mine.
Give him back.
Mine.
Mithril, come here.
Mine. Mine.
We can't keep every toy I make.
But I want the owls. They're owls. Mine. So cute. Very cute.
So, he is developing.
Yes, he is.
And his beak will be orange as well.
Very cute. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Where does this go? This goes in my...
And he matches his bag.
This goes in my angel.
I actually do not own any owl bags. I'm trying to remember what's in my bunny bag.
Don't know what's in
Because that was my design bag for a long time. Like kissing bunnies.
I need to get...
I need more bunny bags.
I need more owl bags. I know I was I want it. We want more.
Yeah. I keep having funny fuzz on me.
I know. I answered a question on one of the podcasts. They're having some kind of giveaway for something, and the question was, what kind of fabric would you like developed for? And I said, one of the suggestions I want, my top one was, I want owls drinking tea. That would be perfect. I mean, how perfect would that be?
Indeed.
And then, of course, my other options were things like some of Davina's or Daddy's drawings, or something like that. Okay, in my, I think it's in here, my Kikiboo, I think it's in here, my Kikiboo Christmas owl bag that Taya gave me a couple of years back.
Is this like the 4th owl bag you've gone through?
I think so. This is my Very Berry baby hat from the, well, I guess it's from I Can't Believe I'm Loom Knitting. I think that's the book, the magazine. Laura can tell me. I started this one, but I haven't had a chance to work on it too much. I'm using the baby size loom, which is the one I was using for the other hat, the gold one I was working on. And this is the Cascade Yarn Specific Chunky Multis in blues, pinks, purples, and greens.
You see, I like that one better. There's not fluffy stuff in it.
This is pretty.
Me and fluffy stuff don't get along.
That's the colorway. To me, it reminds me of the peacocks. Who was it that said they liked peacock colors? I don't know if it was Jeanette from Book of Stitcher. But there it is. It's very, very pretty. And you can see the green more on this side, I think. It's in focus on the bottom. It's kind of a blue-green or teal. And I like working the loom sometimes because it's just, you just go round and round. And
Round
it's
and
fun.
round and round we go.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. I don't know how much yarn I'll have left when I'm finished because this size takes up a little more yarn than the infant one, the preemie one. So, oh looky, I have an owl pool from Denise. It's an owl zipper, what's it? Zeta Bupper Pill. Oh, bubbles. I can't see if it's focusing. There we go. And it's not focusing. There we go. You can see that. Ow.
Okay, use this
I think it was Spicy Homemaker who said, I'm not sure why this works, but putting the paper behind, I think it was Spicy Homemaker, it might have been somebody else, who was saying that she didn't know why it worked to show the stitch markers and stuff, so it would focus in front of a piece of paper or something, but it did.
Mhm. Can I use this one here?
Okay, your turn.
Okay, yeah, I did use this one. Okay, so this will be my next one.
Is that one of mine?
Yeah.
Cool.
This whole bag is yours.
Oh, goody.
Anyway, I'll start this skein in a moment. Because I finished the Oriental carpet.
Hot.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. Okay, in my did I skip this one?
I do not know.
Yes, I did. Okay. In my
Is that going to throw you off your count?
I'm not sure how many did you have left. One. This is about the right count.
Okay.
Because I have this one and then one other. And since I started second, I should have one more after you. Okay, in my Silver Shed nurse's bag is my Reckless Dancing, the Dance All Night Slouch Socks by Erica Jakowski Fiddle Knits. And this is Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the colorway Perfectly Reckless.
Every time you say fiddle nuts, I want to say fiddle faddle.
So the first sock has been finished. I think you shook the camera.
I did not, in fact. Maybe my foot did. But I didn't. Oh, you made a lot of progress on that.
I did. I've been working on this when I have to wait somewhere. Now, the interesting thing is, I feel like this one's a little bit darker than this one.
I wonder, would you, looking back on it, would you have liked to have started the cuff with this? And just,
In retrospect, probably.
maybe? I was just curious.
That occurred to me. I will never end up doing that because I'm not going to do heels and toes again.
Right, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
in retrospect, yes.
Yeah. Because a pretty sock. Just curious.
No, it was, in retrospect, yes, that had occurred to me, but I wasn't going to rip back.
It's just slightly different. But this is Miss Babs, so it's,
Yeah.
you know, you saw the difference in my two projects. From
Yeah,
the same
this
skin.
side is just a little bit dark. I was noticing it.
This
It's
is more purple.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I was noticing that when I was at the hair place.
Oh, yeah?
I was sitting here like, this is a little different. The cat there kept sticking his nose in my yarn bag.
Oh, yeah, the cat likes to do it. One time I was over there, and that's what he wanted to do. I had to keep moving the yarn around.
He was getting mad because he had sat on the, a guy had finished getting his haircut and moved, so Kitty, jumped up on the seat and curled up on there. And the lady tried to move him to get the next customer there, and he put his claws in the chair.
Oh,
He did
he's
not
a
want to
stinker.
move.
He's a stinker. He's a cute little cat. Those little orange marble. No, it's not marbling. He doesn't have any stripes, I don't think.
No, he did not want to move.
Oh,
So she put him in the little laundry basket, and he got all mad and huffy. And
Oh, the last time we were there, he was climbing up something. He kept toppling backward or trying to topple back. They don't always land on their feet. I think that we were worried that he would topple over because he kept. I don't know what was there, like a step ladder or something. But yeah, okay.
flying caps.
All right, this is
It's a bunny.
It's a bunny. I don't have any more tea. Where's the tea?
I'm
go?
out of tea as well.
Water in my Modell's mug, my Modell's water jar. Okay, this is in my Knitting's My Bag, no, my Silver Shed USA bag, and this is my Forest Critter bag. Armadillos and squirrels and hedgehogs and squirrels and owls. And I won this from Turbo Knitter. And this is my trying something different. I am using a US 10.5 millimeter Chaiku circulars, I think. And Hobby Lobby, I love this yarn. I'm not sure what the color is because I lost the ball band. But every once in a while I get in the mood to try and see if I can find a square that I can work that I will actually like. So this one is worked from the
She
corner.
usually ends up regretting it.
I do. I'm working this from the corner. And you can't really see this square. You can see it better when I get to where the where this marker is. When I get to that point, before I move over to the other side, you can see because this is where the sides are. So this is one side, then one here, and one here. And this is fun. It actually is fun because I just have the one increase. And
I still can't. I think you showed me how it works.
I did show you how it works. I didn't understand it until I read further into the pattern, and they said how it works. But it's a free pattern, and I think, oddly enough, I tried it in this multi-yarn because I thought it would be boring in the regular yarn, but I think there's a faint, like, little pattern in the center here where you do the increases. There's only one increase and in the middle there, but it has like a little pattern there, and I think it would show up better in a solid or a semi-solid or something. So the next one I do, if I like it, will probably be in a solid or a semi-solid, just to see how it comes out. But I'm enjoying this. It's a lot of fun, and I did this like in a couple hours, you know, over a couple of days. Did this much here, so it was fun. I'm enjoying it, and that might be finished by the time we podcast next, maybe, but no promises. Because next week, even though I'm taking off work, is preparation for Easter, so I don't know how much knitting or crocheting I'll get done.
And I'll not be able to help overly much because, you know, I work during the week.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching how you pick up stitches.
Oh, okay. I just pick them up. I don't know how really.
Well, you're doing it in the garter ridge.
Yeah.
Okay. I see things.
Oh, okay. Does it make more sense now?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Let me just count to make sure I have 16. I don't even think about how I pick up stitches anymore just because I do it so often. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm getting better, but I'm not quite there yet.
Okay. And
you might hear, we might have a little interruption when Davina, she was having her snack, and then she wanted to do her rosary, and then she wants to go outside, so she may pop her head in to let me know she's going out the backyard. Yeah. So
I just have one part of my hair that wants to be a little puffier than the other. It's usually the side that has the bangs on it, and I have no idea why. Okay.
La 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 la.
La la la. In my...
La la la. How did you do that? You went, la la la.
Oh, I can't remember.
There's a fist bump and then la la la.
Yeah, I can't remember.
We have to watch Big Hero 6 again.
In my Stitch by Mimi red and gold bag is Icy Fire.
And that's Sandy.
That is Sandy. Icy Fire. This is based on the song by Shireen. That's why I can't remember his first name. I don't know why I can't remember his first name. Ed. I think it's Ed. Ed Sheeran. And it was for the music video for the Hobbit movies. I just don't like the Hobbit movies, but I love the song.
Now, we want to clarify, by the Hobbit movies, we mean the Hobbit and not the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Lord of the Rings trilogy I like.
Mm-hmm.
I do not enjoy the Hobbit movies. But this song by Shireen was good and was meant for the Hobbit movies. And the video was very good for it. So this is Icy Fire, and it's a Neapolitan pattern by Kay Jones of Bakery Bears fame. Look, see, matching this one.
And Kay, thank you for answering my question regarding the difficulty level of it. I will be doing it, but probably not for your along because I have too many things on the needles right now, and I'll just stress myself out. I already have the yarn picked out for it. I will try to post a picture in your thread.
I am using Neighborhood Fiber Company in the base, Rustic Fingering, and the colorways Eastern Markets, Del Rey, and Pen North.
What was the first color?
Eastern Market.
Eastern Market?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you said Easter or Eastern.
Eastern.
Yeah.
So these are the first
pretty?
2 colors.
That is pretty.
So that's so far. The third color.
Was that from your sweater?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Like
mine.
1, 2. Oh, it's all tingly. It just wants to twist all around. Yeah. Or whatever. I don't care. I'll deal with it later. This is the third color, which is not in there yet.
It's not a whole lot different?
No, it looks more different when you see it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
it's just hard to tell right now. And it's more like
That's really pretty.
that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm turning around backwards. This is the side that's supposed to face you guys.
Oh, that's really nice.
There you go. So it's working out. Definitely my colors. For some reason, people did not seem particularly shocked when they saw my color choices.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll be shocked when they see mine.
Yeah.
They might be.
I think when I checked, I am the only person who's incorporating these colors in, because apparently most people do not like these particular colors.
I like those colors. I think a fair amount of people are using the colors that Kay chose.
A fair amount of people do
Yeah.
seem to. A lot of pastel-y type colors.
Yeah.
I've seen, I think, 1 or 2 blue.
I am not a pastel fan.
I'm not either. Oopsie, go in this.
I like jewel tones. Okay.
I like plain colors.
Do you have FOs?
I do not.
Okay, I have 2. In my Silver Shed USA little bookworm bag, I have a hat. This is the winter wheat baby hat. And this was in super bulky, and I have a few more skeins of this. This is what's left of the full skein. And I don't think I like, I mean, it's a heavy hat.
Mhm.
And I'm not really sure I'm going to give this one to the pregnancy center, but I'm just not sure that it's getting warmer. And I'm not really sure that this is the right way to go anyway. The super bulky weight is a little hard on my hands to work, to be quite frank, even with the loom, the little knitting loom. It wasn't so bad once I got the hang of it, but it was hard to close up as well. So I might do this maybe, but I'm more likely to put 2 worsted together. I think it would be easier than to do this, but it came out really nice. It's really dense. I like the color. It's got a fair amount of stretch to it, and it's going to be very warm. It just is.
Yeah, they could use it when it gets colder.
I think so. I might use this yarn for a toy.
Could be a big toy.
Well, maybe an owl. You know, because the owl's small, so
Yeah.
like a bulky size owl. This is all I have of that colorway left. Okay, and my other FO in my Turbo Knitter Mickey Mouse bag that has become my yarn dyeing bag. I did some yarn, and this is another thing that might suffer for the next couple of weeks because I have so much cooking to do. But I did some yarn dyeing. This one was an Oops pot soaker. I called this one Summer Sky. I probably will not be able to repeat this because I just put it into something that was almost exhausted. And I tied it, you know, I skeined it up and dunked it in, and that was what came out. So it looks like this.
Very pretty.
I don't know if you can see.
Well, it's hard because it's up against your shirt, which really
Yeah,
is.
the little white spots there, but
yeah.
For the clouds in the sky. I just decided not to over dye those little white spots, just leave them for the clouds. So that's this one. It's a sky blue, although it might come up a little green on the computer. So that's this one. And this one's kind of a micro mini skein. I had misjudged when I...
That's fine. There'll be enough for squares. So.
Okay.
Did you get pictures already?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Just give back to me once. I like this.
This one is... I think I called this one Unicorn. And this is pinks and blues and purples. Actually, what I did with this is I did pinks. I think what I did with this is I did pink first, and then I tied it up in a skein fairly tightly, and I went ahead and did blue. And then I got that purple as well. I think that's what I did. I'm not sure. So, and this one is a variegated, I think. And that's what it looks like. It's showing up fairly well if it'll focus. There we go. Still trying to figure out how to do this without felting it a little bit. But this one's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's that one. Okay, this one is owl. It's not quite as dark as I'd like it to be from the picture, but I do know that there are owls this color. So this is owl. I'm sure they were waiting for that eventually to have an owl. And this is
It's very pretty.
my husband's favorite. He said, "Oh, you're giving that to Ty? Weren't you going to use that?" I said, "I can make another one." Because this one I think is repeatable. And you can see the white flecks there for the feathers.
More towards fall. I should say fall. I guess not.
You can barely see the yellow for the beak, but
It's
it's in
there.
there. It comes up when it's in there. Okay. You can see it mostly at the bottom here.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see. But... And this one is painted.
This one's probably my favorite.
This is painted desert. I don't want to get you seasick by moving it too fast. This is painted desert. Okay.
That one just turned out very nicely.
And you should have seen it before I rescanned it. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
What I was aiming for was the sand moving up to the sky, and then the pink for the sunrise or the sunset, and then the yellow for the sun. So, painted desert, and I think I can do this one again. I'm not sure, but I think I can. I just have to figure out how to do it. So I think I'm gonna have to maybe hand paint it instead of try immersing it all the time, because it cooks the yarn a little bit. I mean, it's just a little tad grabby. So that's that, and that's all the yarns I did this week.
After she takes pictures, I will take them off of her hands.
Okay, that's that. Now,
You might want to make sure you put them out where you can remember to take pictures.
yeah, well, let's stay right there right now. But do you want to go? Let me see.
I think now is I'm sorry.
Yeah, I put
Royalties.
Yeah, let's do royalties. Oh, I left the needle keepers over there.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Ty bought me 3 needle keepers like
These
this, blue, and they came in. And
Mine are red, hers are blue.
yeah. What else do we have?
We have
Do you want? Is that all we have that's together? Do you have anything else?
yeah, but I also have
You have a lot.
No, just this.
Okay, then I'll wait till we go through this.
Okay, so
Who's this from?
this is from. Hang on, I won't show you the inside of the card, but
The card is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I love the card. Isn't that special?
Look at that.
Look at the teacups.
This is beautiful.
I love that.
And this is from Yarn Stitch.
Yeah, I said, who's
Jean.
Jean. And it was very sweet of her. Very sweet of her.
And look at the back of the card.
Isn't that gorgeous? I love it.
Just
I love
so beautiful.
I love the old-fashioned cards. You know, I'm getting to the point where I really appreciate handwritten cards now.
So then we have spiced tea mats that she gave us. And the idea is that you can put your mug on it. You make sure the spices are evenly distributed. Put your mug on it and it smells nice.
I think probably what happens.
This one's yours. I want the one with peaches.
Well, I want the one with the bees anyway. This, I think what happens is maybe the heat helps to infuse, to set it off. But
So, can't wait to use these.
they're so nice. I love it. Thank you very much.
Sorry for the. And then the rest, there's a bunch of baby hats.
Little baby hats. Wait, look at them all. Are they all the same pattern, I think?
No.
No, some of them are different. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at this one with the little baby ruffle thing. This one makes me laugh. It's so cute. Look at how sweet little etching on that.
So very nice.
These are very, very nice. I think these are all, this one might be, is this one crocheted?
This is crocheted.
Yeah, this one's crocheted.
I'm pretty sure this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think these are all
I
crocheted.
think they're all crocheted. This one's the back loops. That's very, very nice.
Yes.
They're so cute. They're going to be so much appreciated.
I love this one.
That's adorable. For Easter.
Yes.
Perfect for Easter. Thank you so
Oh, here's
much.
the little one that I almost
Oh, oh my gosh. Look at this. It's a
So-
little, it's a creepy baby hat. But it's very stretchy.
And then for
And then she sent us some tea.
this is Downton Legacy, premium plum pudding black tea.
And the reason we didn't use this today is because we were in a rush and we didn't have time to steep. Otherwise, we'd have used that, or we would have used the plum tea.
Yeah.
So
Plum Deluxe.
Plum Deluxe, which is awesome tea. That group over on Facebook is amazing. And
They are.
I can't do anything because we're not doing Facebook for Lent, and so we get all these messages in our box and we can't do anything.
Actually, it's your turn.
Oh. You all were talking about the, wanted to see the food coloring dye that my husband's getting me for my yarn. This is red, which was what I asked him to buy me. And he got me the bigger one. And then he got me, this is interesting, it's pastels. I think this is the one that he was really trying to surprise me of. The colors look like this. And I want to do a yarn that has all 4 of those colors just one after the other. I think that'd be cool. Have to see how I work that though. And then, actually it's kind of close to Desert Painted Garden. And then this one, which is a little different from the primary set. I don't have this one either. So, yeah, I have a lot of dyes to play with now. It'll be fun. And I picked up some more vinegar because I was running out of vinegar. So that's that.
I did end up falling down and subscribing to the Tea Club for Plum Deluxe, and I received my first packets. The tea of the month was a Spring Hickory Oolong Tea, and I've had some of that last night. The one that's actually my favorite of the 2 teas, I actually had to order some, is the little sample, because they send you the tea of the month and then a little sample to try. And I love the Oregon Breakfast Tea. This is the decaffeinated version.
Yeah.
And there's enough for 2 cups. I already had, well, there's enough for 2 cups. You can steep them out twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had 2 cups already, and I have enough here for,
Another 2 cups.
another 2 steepings.
And she just placed an order for herself and one for me because I'm not a member of the club.
Yeah.
But I
mean, you could still order if you're not a member of the club.
Yeah, I order.
But I was putting in an order anyway.
Right. It's because I don't. A tea club is a little bit. I can't do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, and I also have to be careful of certain.
Right.
things.
Mom prefer to pick and choose her teas. I'm always into trying new teas.
Well, I'll try them, but if she gets an ounce and she likes it enough and she knows she'll buy it again, then I'll try hers and go from there.
I really like this one.
What's his name?
Andy.
Andy, if you watch this and you do decide to do family subscriptions, let me know because I'll help her pay for it and I'll have some right to the tea.
This one is honeybush tea, orange peels, hazelnut essence, love and gratitude.
I love that, love and gratitude in there.
And that's the Oregon.
And that's what really makes the tea there, their love and gratitude. They're awesome to deal with. They're very, very friendly. Their products are very good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just very personable, very nice people. So we enjoy being part of that group.
Yes.
Okay. Let me think here.
Now it's on to
do you want to do the didactic now and then do the shared story? We have the stuff you missed in history class.
Oh, let's go ahead and go there.
There first. Okay. Talia was looking through her stuff, and
I get podcast feeds onto my iPhone, and I have been following Stuff You Missed in History Class for years.
and I will be picking them up now because I like them. But the point is, they had something that combined what we like, which is history and knitting.
Yes, they had the early history of knitting.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I think Holly's the one who does the sewing. I can't remember.
I forget which one.
It's Tracy and Holly, and I forget which one has a sewing blog. But they both knit a little bit. And they did the history of knitting, which was quite fun. I about died.
It was awesome.
Because I've been watching them forever. I never anticipated them doing an episode on knitting.
It was amazing because they went all the way back. I mean, they're talking about where
some of it I was familiar with from that
yeah.
big book of knitting history that I have.
Right, and I've heard of some of it as well, but I didn't realize, even in all the stuff I had glanced over, that one of the ways of knitting early on was that it had a big, like, it was one needle, not a hook, a
Oh, you're
needle,
talking about the
and you stick. It's like
nail
it has like
bend,
it
nail
has
bending,
like, huh?
nail bending, nail
No,
binding.
I don't know what it's called, but
Mhm.
I forget. But it has a big eye in it, and you put the yarn in it, and then you do some kind of like a weaving kind of thing to it. So that was interesting. They talked a little about crochet in passing. They talked about the history of knitting and where it might have originated. We're not going to go through it because
Yeah, well, because
we don't know all of our facts without looking at notes, but it does.
and sides. Then you want to listen to them if we don't.
Right, and we're going to post the link into the
Yes.
thread because you really should take a listen to them. And they actually mention, if you go there, they actually mention another podcast that we don't listen to as Ty doesn't listen to as much. I don't listen to at all, but they talk about the history of knitting, and they also mention the it's linked to spying. To some,
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that. I find that intriguing. I might have to look up that particular one. But in any event, we'll put the link to the stuff you missed in history class one. If you want to look at that one, you can get it from there. How to get to the other.
So.
But yeah, it's knitting goes back pretty far. Crocheting is fairly new, but knitting goes back pretty far. Okay.
Nail binding. That's what the other kind of.
Okay.
Because it cut. Yeah.
Okay. They talked about how some of the knitting might have come originally from doing stuff with nets.
Yeah.
But anyway, fishing nets.
Just
listen to it. Yeah, we could go on for a long time if we started getting onto that. So.
Design news. Bruce the Bat was released yesterday.
He flew the coop.
He flew the coop.
Flew the cave.
Flew the cave. So he is out and in the world, looking for people to buy him. He is on sale until the end of March. He's 50% off if you use the code Team Bat.
Team TEAM.
Yes,
Bat.
Team Bat.
All one word.
And because yes, all one word. He happened to be, and it's on the pattern page. If you look at the pattern, he happened to. His release happens to coincide with the release of the Superman versus Batman movie.
Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman?
I say Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
but,
that's the way it should be.
It happens to coincide with that. So, wasn't intended. Works out very well. Figured let's do a little celebration and show some Bat support.
Right.
Even if you're a Superman fan and you just want to make a bat, you can get it for sale.
Mm-hmm.
We will somehow forgive you.
You might put kryptonite in its belly.
So Brad has been released, Bruce has been released, and I have the pattern in progress. Autobiography.
Autobiography. I have written over 1,000 words to the shared story, so I'm happy about that. I've still got a fair amount to go. Our story writing has slowed down a lot not because we don't enjoy it still, but because we have so many other demands on our time with the schedule changes. Her schedule hopefully will be evening it out. We'll talk about that a little bit later in terms of scheduling for our podcast.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to have this out to her in a couple weeks, maybe after Easter.
Well, by that point I should be done binge watching Daredevil.
Right. And I've been reading The Kingdom still. I'm making slow progress with that. I do like it. I'm past the part that I really didn't want to read. But we're heading into another one. So, because they make things, they're mean to my characters. So, and I might be starting St. Teresa of Avila if that's what the Catholic book club does. So I might be starting that.
It's Catholic Book Club on Goodreads.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Autobiography for me, I've been, I forgot to bring her with me. I've been still reading Queen Isabella by Alison Weir, and I forgot to bring her with me. I thought I would pick her up, but I didn't.
Disrespect.
I know. Well, you know, I'm at the point where I'm kind of glaring at her because she's, you know, causing issues anyway.
Oh, okay.
But, yes, I think that's about everything.
Okay, no, we have, I do want to mention two podcasts. Actually, I already mentioned one.
Yeah.
A Crocheting Whovian podcast with Laura, who is Crocheting Whovian, and her podcast group is Whovian Yarn Allegiance Group, and that's in Ravelry. So you might want to check her out. Like I said before, I've been binge watching her. I think I've watched 4 or 5 podcasts in a row. She makes lots of toys. She makes shawls. She makes all kinds. She's very enthusiastic. It's fun to watch her. The other group I got on the Grocery Girls bandwagon. They are fun. They really are. They're very enthusiastic. One of them is Mrs. Brown Bags. You might have been heard Mrs. Brown's Bag, who you might have heard of on other podcasts. She has an Etsy shop for her bags, and from what I've seen of them, they look very good. They look very sturdy and well made. And I think she has like themes to her bags, like she has sets. I'm not sure. I have to go look, but that's another person that you might want to check out. I think they have 6 episodes. Last I looked, I'm watching them backwards, so but they're a lot of fun, and they make you happy just to watch them. So you might want to check that out if you're
unrelated to knitting. If you're done with the Grocery Girls.
Just about.
Sorry, go on.
Just if you want to check them out, they might be fun for you.
Unrelated to knitting, but still podcasts. Just started listening to The Way I Heard It with Mike Rowe.
Oh, I can't wait to do that. I have to get the iTunes.
A lot of fun. If you just want something short to listen to, they're about 6 to 7 minutes long. I think the longest one is 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just random fun facts, which I have been thoroughly enjoying.
He's very personable.
And he's very personable. I used to love Dirty Jobs when
it
was on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I know I had other things I wanted to say.
We have to talk about the podcast. Change the schedule.
Oh, well, we'll go back to Mondays once
the schedule's set.
I believe
After Easter?
It's April 9th is Brittany's last day, so,
Not the Britneys that are in our group.
No, the girl I work with.
Mm-hmm.
So my schedule goes back to normal once she, goes on to her new job.
So it'll be the first or second week of April that we're going to probably head back to podcasting on Monday.
Because my work schedule will become Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday again.
So, at least that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
So, that'd be good.
I feel like there was something else, but
Do you know what it was related to?
no. Because you started talking about Grocery Girls, I got distracted.
Well, I wasn't finished.
Yeah, whatever it was, it must not have been that important.
Yeah, she'll put it in the thread if it is.
Just gonna take one look at the notes to make sure I didn't have it in the notes. I guess that must be it. I can't really remember.
Okay, so we want to thank everybody who commented on YouTube, Victorian Studio, Pettis Kim, and Beverly Evinger. If you have posted comments on YouTube and I haven't mentioned you, it's because I haven't seen you. Because between the time I last looked and the time we podcasted, I do appreciate I can't talk. We appreciate all comments.
And to those who sent private messages, I know I have some from you. I just need to respond to them.
Right. So thank you very, very much for joining us here in the PHN Fun Woman Cave. We're very glad that you decided to spend some time with us, and we hope to see you next week. We wish you a week full of happiness and joy, knitting, crocheting, dyeing, crafting, whatever it is you do that makes you happy. And this is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 198, and that's a wrap.